Welcome, travelers, to another thrilling season of Adventure AI. I am Alex, the Language Lord, your ever-faithful guide through the winding trails of adventure. This season, we're heading west, where the land is unforgiving. The railways carve their path through dust and blood, and every choice carries weight. So saddle up, keep your wits sharp, and ride with us into the unknown. This is Adventure AI, Blood Rails, and the journey begins now.
All right. Hey, thanks, Alex, for the introduction. This is season 13 of Adventure AI. I can't actually.
A baker's dozen of episodes.
It's funny. I was actually looking back because my little brother was asking me some questions about how long we've been doing this to see how long we've been doing this. We've actually been doing this for a while. I think it was 2013 or 20.
No, it wasn't 2013.
2023.
Yeah, no,
2023. I thought I got the 3 and then I took too many. I went back too far because I'm an
We've
old
been doing this
person.
since 1983.
Since 1983.
The oldest podcast in the world.
That's right. We were here before This American Life even aired on the radio.
Yes.
Actually, that's not true. I bet that actually was on before. In
Probably. But it wasn't a podcast back then.
No, it
Go
wasn't.
on, try and fact check us. Try it.
Oh, who's that? Who's that we
It's
hear?
me. It's your boy, Maddie.
Maddie, welcome back.
Thank
you
you
for joining us. And of course, we've heard Jason.
Hey, good to be here. And we got a special new guest as well.
We do.
We do. Johnny, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Val Potter. I'm from North Logan, Utah, Eagle Scout.
Nice.
You're okay. So Ranger. So
3 palms.
Very
3
good.
palms. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
3 palms.
Suck it.
The ranger of the 3
Yes.
palms.
Yes.
It's like a multi-class between a monk and a ranger.
So, John, tell us about your Dungeons and Dragons background.
I've seen it on movies.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
As in like a Stranger Things or like the movie Dungeons and Dragons?
Like Stranger Things.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. That's it.
I mean,
Why are you on this show?
no, it's good. You're good. I mean, like I said, we've been
Got
doing
this
this since 2023. I still don't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
I bought Jason a couple of coats for his family.
That's
He just
true.
Keeps
That
inviting
did-
me.
that
Is
did
that what it
happen.
was? Corruption. at its
when he
highest.
was homeless and living at our house, buying us coats.
Okay. Well, for the record, then, for any listeners,
Wait, so he was homeless buying you coats?
Yes.
He wouldn't take rent payment, and so
in the
I had
form
to-
of jackets.
I had to buy him jackets. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a true story.
Yeah. So that being said,
I mean, not fully told correctly, but
but it
true
is
story.
accurate
Yeah,
as told. And
That's
that
some
means,
Adventure AI lore game.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on.
That's it.
Everybody's just imagining me with 4 teeth and
Yeah, he does. He has at
a
least 4
hunchback.
teeth. We'll put photos on the
Guys,
socials.
he is haunting.
Okay, so for anyone who wants to be on the show, please make all your coat payments to Jason.
Yeah,
Conforto.
if you give me a coat, I'll get you on the show.
That's right.
That's a promise.
That's the real takeaway
That's
here.
a promise I'll keep.
All right, so new season, which means new theme. I will be DMing this season for season 13. Jason was the DM for the last one with the fade, the click, and the pin. Is that what it was?
That's correct.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Fade, the pin, the click.
something like that.
I don't remember exactly what it was now.
Yeah. It was the heist.
The heist. Well, today, everyone, we are going to be going into another, what do you call them?
Trope.
Stereotypical trope genre, which is well, a Western. That was me with my finger
Oh,
going.
yeah. I can't do that right.
It's
Oh,
pretty
well.
good. Oh, this is pretty good. Okay. This was me. I was talking with Alex a little bit off the air, trying to figure out some ideas, and he suggested that we do one of these tropes, which is a Western one.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
I know with D&D's role playing, and it's all fantasy and made up anyways. So we're still gonna border that line between what
So
is Dungeons
we'll be
and
like in a
Dragons.
Western town, but
Yeah.
we could be Dragonborn or
Yeah, we can still be
dwarves or
Dragonborn.
whatever.
We can still be dwarfs.
Guys, Faerun still had Manifest Destiny, you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
That's
Perfect.
right. We can absolutely do that. If somebody has questions about the weapons that we can use, we're gonna ask Alex,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see how that
Are we
goes.
just gonna say pistols are in?
If we want to, sure.
can I my only thing, like no class at all, can I just be a kobold with a bazooka?
Well, I think bazookas might be a little
All right.
early, but maybe a makeshift version of one, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to get started. Today's our character creation episode. We have in the past done some DM prep episodes. We did get some feedback. Just as a reminder that DM prep episodes gave a little bit too much spoilers that our listeners actually wanted to avoid them.
Imagine that.
And they liked the surprises and having them and experiencing them with everybody else. So we're going to do that. Jason.
We're going to do that by not doing a DM
that's right.
episode.
We're going to avoid spoilers. That's the thing we're doing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You ready for my first thing? Well, if we're in a Western town, I just want to know like my position in that town, right? Am I like a saloon owner? Am I the sheriff? Am I a town drunk? Like who am I? What do I do? How well known am I in the town? Like how long have I been there? Why haven't I left yet? All that kind of stuff. So that's, I just want to get my background going before we get into like race and class and that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Let's see what Alex has to say about that.
Here are 3 strong options for Jason's character. Saloon owner / bartender, knows everyone's business and is a social hub for town gossip.
You'd be good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Well-liked, but occasionally tangled in local drama. Outlaw in hiding, posing as a rancher or miner, trying to stay low-key. Some folks find them mysterious, others are suspicious. Prospector, a hopeful gold chaser, known for spinning wild tales. Could be seen as eccentric or insightful, depending on who you ask. Would Jason like to lean more towards social influence, hidden danger, or wild ambition?
Jason would like to lean toward wild ambition. I think prospector is exactly what I wanted. I was thinking if I did saloon owner, like an alchemist would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that would be cool.
But make me a dwarf with a pickaxe, and I'm a happy camper.
Jason, it was funny because when I was looking at the prospector one, when he said a hopeful gold chaser known for spinning wild tales, I was like, "This is
that's
the one
Jason." Yeah, no.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds fun for sure.
All right, so you're gonna go with the prospector. I'm cool with that. Let's have you kind of mull that over for a little bit.
Oh, nice way to plug our other podcast.
Mulling it over with Brandon Mull. If you want to listen to it, go ahead and listen to it. Maddie. Let's go to you for a second.
All right. I want like a type of character like that they're from somewhere else. So I want them to have the type of job that usually they have to bring someone in from the big city, like a doctor or like, that type of profession.
A big city person coming in from somewhere else. Okay. See what they have to say. All right. Alex, any ideas here?
That's a fantastic angle. Here are a few fitting options for Maddie's character. Doctor / surgeon, skilled in life-saving work, often called in for serious injuries or outbreaks. Could be highly respected or struggle with gaining the town's trust. Architect / engineer, brought in to help expand the town, improve infrastructure, or build a crucial structure like a railway station or dam.
That's it.
Banker / accountant, managing investments, gold claims, or town finances. Likely caught between powerful townsfolk and opportunistic criminals. Would Maddie prefer someone focused on helping people, building the town, or managing its wealth and power?
I feel like banker would fit my general vibe of like doing crime all the time. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think where's going to jive with you guys the best?
I think you as a banker is ridiculous.
That's fair. Okay.
It's not sexy crime.
That's true. It's financial crime.
White collar crime.
Fine, I'll be a doctor. Just kidding. No, I'll be the railroad man.
A railroad man is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna okay, cool. I'm
monorail.
Yeah, that's okay. That's it. I love it.
Okay. Railroad man.
I'm a railroad man. I don't know. Proprietor
awesome.
and engineer of what's the name of the railroad? Ask Alex.
The locomotive.
The local motive. Do you really want me to ask the name of the railroad?
Yeah. Let's give you a railroad company.
Let's get a few options here. Okay, we'll ask Alex. Let's get a couple options for...
There's a lot of inappropriate ones you can go with.
True. This is a family show, John.
I'm editing myself.
Whose family? I don't know. But
yeah, everyone's family is a little bit different. All right, here. Oh, Alex only came up with 2 options, so let's see what he has here.
Here are a couple of railroad company ideas that fit the setting. Ironclad Western Lines, known for aggressive expansion and cutting corners to stay ahead of competitors. Their workers face dangerous conditions, but the company rewards ambition and results. Golden Horizon Rail Company, a prestigious, well-funded operation that prides itself on innovation and safety. They're slower to expand, but hold strong political influence in both the big city and frontier towns. Would Maddie prefer a scrappy underdog company or a powerful, well-established one?
I kind of like the idea of being nobody really trusts me in town because I'm from like this large company in the city and being changing everything by bringing in the railroad and bringing in more people from the city. So I'm going to go with probably the big company.
The Golden Horizon.
I could see this one shot playing out where our characters never meet.
Honestly, yeah. Well, no, I mean, you got
2 different worlds.
I mean, we all live in the same place. But there's like 50 people that live in any given frontier town.
That's true. That's true.
How could you not meet each other?
That said, I know none of my neighbors. But
that's funny. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we've got Jason, who is going to be the prospector, right? Is that what you went for?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Jason the prospector. We've got Maddie as the architect. Just making some notes here.
Just railroad stuff?
Yeah, just general railroad things.
Engineer. Well, architect engineer was the recommendation.
I'm very knowledgeable about trains, if you can't tell. So this is going to be really lore accurate for sure.
And then the rail company. Okay, Golden Rail Company is what we're going to go for. All right. We'll have you guys think about that for a little bit here as we consider what the next step for your characters. And let's see if we can get a little background, Johnny, for you.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this one?
So I was thinking, I want to know if people want to kill me, and then also why they want
one. Yes.
Why they want to kill me.
That's the first rule of D&D, actually. Yes.
And then, am I respected for a really cool talent?
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's
look
cool.
at him.
The first answer is yes. The second answer is no.
Yeah.
First time
People do want to kill you. You don't have any good talent.
Just waste of space.
You're half minotaur, half mermaid, so you're just some guy.
Yeah, in the desert.
Yeah.
That was really helpful. Okay, let's do it the first part first. Let's see kind of what we get.
For John's character, here are some solid options to balance notoriety with impressive skills. Who wants them dead? A vengeful gang. Maybe John's character crossed a ruthless group, stole from them, or exposed their schemes.
Nice.
They're out for blood. Corrupt lawmen. Perhaps they know too much or embarrassed the wrong powerful figure. These lawmen want them silenced. Betrayed business partner. Once allies, now enemies after a falling out over money, land, or loyalty.
So those are your options. Vengeful gang, a corrupt lawman, or a betrayed business partner.
It's your call, John.
My dad's in politics, so maybe the corrupt lawman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
like it.
What do you think about that? What are you hoping to? What's kind of your thoughts on that?
Backroom deals.
Okay.
Lots of backroom deals.
Yeah, it seems like you're somebody who would bring in a new railroad to my town.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just drawing it. This is my drawings of trains.
Okay, I mean, like, as we're building these characters out, I'm like, are we the baddies?
I just thought the same thing. I was just going to say that. I'm like, we in fact are the baddies.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. Okay, and then you wanted a cool talent. Let's see. Alex probably has, let's see, he's probably got a couple ideas here. So let's get a couple ideas for your talent.
Cool talent for respect. Ace sharpshooter, known for impossible trick shots or precision in a gunfight.
That's pretty sweet.
Master horse whisperer, can calm or control even the wildest beasts, gaining admiration from ranchers and cowboys. Legendary card shark, famous for winning big and walking away alive at high-stakes poker games.
Ooh, that's
I suck at poker.
You know what? I don't think any of those are overpowered,
No.
and they actually work well together.
Yeah.
Would that be? I think that
You want to give him all five
well, no, that's just his class. That's just like,
Whoa.
they didn't just make him a rogue.
Yeah,
I mean,
a rogue,
it's just a rogue.
who can. Yeah, I don't think it's overpowered.
Guys,
I'll go
I
with
was a
that.
centaur
I'll take
last
everything.
episode.
You can't be one this one.
What?
I'm not going to let you be a
Why
centaur
didn't you
twice.
say something, Tyler?
Centaur would be pretty sweet in the Western.
I know, right? Like, what were we thinking? I guess
You just be kind of out of place. They'd be like, there's the horses, and then that
the
guy.
horseman. Yeah,
They don't
he's
have hands,
weird.
though. They can't shoot, right?
Horse,
They got
yeah,
hands up front.
they're
top
like,
hands.
Centaurs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the whole half torso.
That's like the
human
ultimate
body up top.
cowboy.
I know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're the perfect cowboy
They're basically already
'Cause they-
riding at all times. You could
Because,
never
I mean, actually,
dismount
they're
them.
not a cowboy. They're a horse boy.
or a horse boy.
All
a cowboy where they
A cow body?
Right?
with a cow bottom.
They'd be a little slower.
Yeah, a little slower.
That would
Just
not be
milk dripping everywhere.
You guys want some milk?
All right, you know what? We're just gonna give you all the talents.
Oh, all the talents.
Hot diggity dog.
Corrupt
every
lawman
talent.
with all the cool talents.
Shooter, animal guy, and what was it?
Well, technically, it's just a master horse whisperer. So let's
Horse
be clear.
whisperer.
Sharpshooter,
Horse whisperer, and card shark.
yes, a corrupt lawman with all the talents.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! We got a posse, everybody.
Yeah, he's a posse in and of himself.
Yeah.
Apparently. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go from here. So we've got a little bit of everyone's backgrounds. And John, I think you don't need to worry too much about this. We'll get summaries for you before when we get to characters, tweaking your characters off the air, so we'll be good. So we'll come back around to Jason.
All right. When I think prospector, I think of a pickaxe, and I want to like build a character around like a pickaxe. So help me come up. First of all, like species and class. Somebody that wields a pickaxe.
If you don't dual wield those pickaxes, I will jump off.
Dwarf. Yeah. So give me some of those, and if it's a magic pickaxe, I'm okay with that too.
All right.
I'm all right then.
All right, let's start with race first.
Great choices for Jason's character. A prospector in a mine could be tied to rugged survival skills and a touch of magic. Let's craft a combo that brings all of that to life.
Yeah.
Species options for a miner. Dwarf, naturally tied to mining and stonework, dwarves have dark vision and a strong affinity for underground environments. Their resilience and connection to the earth make them ideal for a prospector.
That's the obvious choice.
Gnome,
Yeah.
rock gnomes
gnome.
are
Good,
brilliant tinkers and often live underground, making them perfect for a miner or prospector. They have a keen sense for mechanisms and often craft tools. Half-orc, known for their brute strength, half-orcs can endure the toughest conditions. Their relentless nature and tough frame could make them ideal for hard labor in the mines. Warforged, if Jason wants something unique, a Warforged, a living construct, could be a fascinating choice.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
built
What's that
for
story
hard work
about that
and could
guy
have a
who,
magical
like-
connection to the
sorry.
mines themselves,
Still
as
going.
if they were made for this kind of labor.
Yes. Okay. There we go.
So I would say
Dwarf, rock gnome, half orc,
Orc
or
rules.
warforged.
I mean, I'm not going the last two. It's going to be dwarf or rock gnome for sure. Gosh, I'm going to go rock gnome because I haven't played a rock gnome on this podcast before. So
Oh yeah,
All right,
that's true. I
sweet.
don't think
let's
you
do
have.
that. Let's do that. We're going to do rock gnome.
Okay, rock gnome, and then the second part you wanted options for fighting with a pickaxe. Right?
Yeah, using a pickaxe, some sort of
Great. I actually wanted you to turn my volume up a little bit.
turn your volume up.
Yeah, me up. There you
Okay,
go.
I thought you were asking for down.
No, me up, and maybe even Alex. Just a hint.
Class options for fighting with a pickaxe. Fighter, Battlemaster. A Battlemaster could use the pickaxe as a versatile weapon. They would have maneuvers that make their combat style more tactical and precise, allowing them to exploit weaknesses in enemies while using a mining tool as a weapon. Barbarian. A barbarian's raw strength and rage would work perfectly with a pickaxe, turning it into a devastating tool for smashing foes. This class also excels in close combat and would embody the hard laborer turned warrior archetype.
Just two more.
Artificer, alchemist, or armorer. As a tinkerer, an artificer could enchant or enhance their pickaxe with magical properties, adding utility and fighting prowess to the tool. The alchemist might use it to create concoctions to throw in combat, while the armorer could use the pickaxe as part of their armor setup. Cleric, forge domain. A cleric with a focus on the forge domain could wield a pickaxe blessed by their god of the forge, imbuing it with magical properties related to craftsmanship or combat. This would make for a strong, magical approach to mining and fighting.
All right, so I think I'm going artificer, and
Artificer.
probably the armored one, and yeah, so he'll have a bit of magic, a bit of fighting. He'll be a tough son of a gun.
Rock gnome, artificer, and then of course the last bit because we did 3 questions in one for Alex. Magical weapons. I haven't read anything he said so far ahead. So
All right,
we're all
let's see
gonna
what
be surprised
it
together.
says. I doubt it's
Magic
going to be
pickaxe
overpowered.
options. Pickaxe of Earth's Fury deals extra bludgeoning or earth-based damage, maybe even creating tremors or small quakes on critical hits. Pickaxe of the Dwarven Kings, a +1 magical weapon that grants advantage on any checks involving stonework or mining. Can also deal extra damage to constructs or stone creatures. Mystic Miner's Pick. Once per day, the pickaxe can detect hidden minerals or veins of precious ore in the area. It also does an extra 1d6 damage on hits that cause the earth to crack and split.
None of those are overpowered at all.
None of those. Yeah.
Which is fine.
No,
yeah.
I think it's fine. I think I'm leaning towards that last one or the first one.
So the first one was Earth's Fury, so extra bludgeoning damage, or earth-based damage based on, or creates tremors on critical hits, small tremors and quakes.
Does it do the extra damage on only criticals, or
it just says extra bludgeoning and then tremors or small quakes on criticals? So it sounds like extra damage on normal hits, and then in a critical event, it would do.
Yeah, let's do that one. What's that one called?
Earth's Fury.
Earth's Fury. Awesome. I'll take it.
Pickaxe of Earth's Fury, and we can actually get some more specific stats.
Yeah, get
on
some
that,
stats
actually.
on that.
Let's see if we can do. Actually, let's see if Alex can expand a bit. All right, Alex, can you expand?
It'd be cool if it could tell you if someone's lying.
Oh yeah.
Shove it in them.
Pickaxe of truth, just right into the side.
I can tell you're lying with my pickaxe when the tip is close to your heart.
This is not going to be admissible in court.
It's not admissible. For some reason, everyone's telling the truth now. No one ever lies to me ever.
Because they're dead.
All right, let's see if we can get some real stats here for the Earth's Fury. All right, here we go.
Pickaxe of Earth's Fury. Weapon, pickaxe, rare, requires attunement. This pickaxe is an ancient and powerful tool, imbued with the primal forces of the earth itself. Its haft is adorned with runes and symbols, and the blade hums with raw power, ready to unleash devastation upon the land and enemies alike.
Nice.
Properties. Weapon type, martial weapon, pickaxe. Damage, 1d8 bludgeoning damage. Versatile, 1d10 bludgeoning damage when wielded with two hands.
Oh, nice.
Magical bonus, +1 to attack and damage rolls. Weight, 10 pounds. Earth's Fury. On a critical hit, the pickaxe triggers the primal force of the earth. The ground trembles, and the following effects take place. The target takes an additional 2d6 earth-based damage, bludgeoning or a mix of bludgeoning and force damage, depending on DM preference. The area around the target within a 10-foot radius is affected by minor tremors, causing difficult terrain for 1 minute. Saving throw DC 15 dexterity or acrobatics check to avoid being knocked prone.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Stonecarver's Grace. The pickaxe grants advantage on any strength, athletics, check related to mining, stonework, or breaking through obstacles made of rock, stone, or earth.
Nice.
Once per short rest, Groundbreaker. You can strike the earth with a mighty blow, causing a shockwave. Choose a 10-foot line in front of you. Creatures within the line must make a DC 15 strength saving throw or take 2d6 earth-based bludgeoning damage and be knocked back 5 feet. On a successful save, they take half damage and are not knocked back.
Yeah, that's a fun item.
That's cooler. I like what Alex did there. The idea of okay, so he did change it a little bit from our initial thing, which was normal attacks just do it's just a versatile weapon, so 1d8 or 1d6 if you're using two-handed.
1d10.
Or 1d10, sorry. And then it said on critical hits is the only time that it does
it does that additional 2d6.
It does an additional 2d6 on crits.
But I can do something on my own.
Right. It does an additional 2d6 and a 10-foot radius tremor that gives 1 minute difficult terrain, which is pretty cool. But personal, I like the ground.
What was your class again?
Artificer.
So is it going to be a problem like martial based like combat? Or?
I will make sure I'm proficient with it.
All right, far out. Okay.
You're automatically proficient with anything Alex gives you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an heirloom weapon. No, and then you can once per day the Groundbreaker ability. No, it says once per short rest. Okay, so it's even better than that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. I like it.
All right, we're going to step away from you for a minute since we've given you a little bit here, and you can think on that for a bit, and then we'll go to Maddie.
All right. I want to play a race that's typically like seen as a monster or some kind of like automaton. Like I want to be as untrustworthy looking as possible. And then I want to be some kind of just magic wielder because it's been a minute on the show, gang.
Since you've been a magic wielder?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of this.
If ever. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, maybe you have.
I was like a bard first season, did none of the bard stuff.
Well, we all know of our listeners what happened in season 1. So
yeah, so Maddie and magic.
Got it. All right, let's hear what Alex has for you.
Got it. Here are some unique race and class combinations that fit Maddie's request for a race often seen as a monster or automaton and a magic-wielding class. Race options. Warforged. Warforged are living constructs, often viewed as soulless machines by others, though they are capable of emotion and growth. Their origins as a war machine make them a perfect fit for the automaton vibe. Tiefling, variant, Infernal Legacy. Tieflings are often viewed as monsters due to their demonic heritage. They carry an aura of suspicion, fear, or hatred from others, but they are capable of great magic. Changeling, a race that can change their appearance at will. Changelings are often treated as outcasts, tricksters, or seen as monstrous for their ability to hide their true form.
That's pretty cool.
That's it.
Yuan-Ti Pureblood, a race of snake-like humanoids, often seen as evil or monstrous due to their serpent heritage.
Literal snake.
They have innate magical powers that make them dangerous and cunning.
You're a banker,
okay,
right?
Yeah. So no, I'm an architect from the railroad. I'm like, as much as I love to pick an animal-based race that I just make jokes about what animal it is the whole time. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go tiefling because I do like the idea of this devil-looking person coming into town and trying to change the town. And then what kind of magic wielding class? And I would love it if it's something that's not typical of like what you would think an architect would do.
Okay. Yes. That was the second question. Here it goes.
Magic-wielding class options. Sorcerer, wild magic, or divine soul. A sorcerer's magic is innate, and their powers can be tied to their monstrous or automaton nature, especially if they have an unstable source, like wild magic, or a divine connection, divine soul. Wizard, school of necromancy or transmutation. A wizard could wield powerful magic while being an outcast due to their knowledge of the dark arts or their connection to reshaping reality and manipulating forms. Warlock, the great old one or the fiend. A warlock's pact can give them access to powerful magic, and their patron could tie into their monstrous nature, giving them unique abilities that reflect their inhuman or supernatural origins. Cleric, forged domain or death domain. A cleric focused on the forged domain could tie into an automaton background with divine powers of creation, or a death domain cleric could have a more ominous, monstrous aura.
I kind of like the idea because I'm an architect. I mean, a forged domain would be interesting if like if it's what I think it is.
Yeah, we could like use Alex to make a new domain if we wanted to. Yeah, that's true. It would be in that same vein.
That serves what? And can I serve Bane?
The gods of the railroad.
Yeah, or like Okay, yeah, I like it. I do it. Or like just money or something like that, like greed.
Money and greed.
I'm gonna go cleric.
Okay.
And yeah, make me a cleric domain that would fit within an Old West. I want it to be more general. I kind of want to see what it can come up with of like a Old Western-y cleric.
Okay, a Western cleric domain. That fits this setting. All right. Let's see what Alex pulls out of his hat. Copy pasting. All right. We're going to go for the first bit here, and then we'll do the next.
A Western-themed cleric domain could be really fun. Since Maddie's character is a tiefling, we can lean into a more mysterious or dark aspect of the Western setting, mixing traditional divine magic with themes of survival, justice, and the frontier.
Ooh.
Here's a custom Western cleric domain idea. Domain of the Rough Rider. Custom domain.
Nice. That's what they used to call
Clerics of the Rough Rider domain draw their power from the harsh landscapes of the Wild West and the struggle for survival. They are often seen as protectors of those living on the fringes of civilization, traveling preachers, or wandering medicine men. Their connection to the divine is built on the strength of the land and the will to survive against all odds. These clerics embody resilience, justice, and sometimes vengeance.
Yes. And then I think we have some domain spells that it gives here. So Cure Wounds, Hunter's Mark, 3rd level, Hold Person Aid, 5th level, Revivify, Protection from Energy, 7th. We're not going to get to there, like Banish, Death Ward, and then Flame Strike.
All right, because here's the thing, actually, now that I'm thinking, though, with this, because my character is from the city. So how does it make sense then that we've got a frontier domain for their god? So what if I change? I'm just gonna go warlock, just like straight up, just changing yours. I changed my mind. I'm allowed because
this is your show.
Nope. but I'm allowed because I want to.
Does your god have missionaries? Did they come and visit you in the city and then bring you out?
I don't know. I kind of want to be shady as hell. Like, it's just like, but I want my patron to be like my mom or something. It's like I'm a tiefling because like my parent is like a devil and like we made a pact together because she like, wants to keep tabs on me or something. I want a tiger mom. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm gonna tell Alex that you're gonna go with the tiefling, and I'm gonna see he has a rebuttal. Let's see what this says here. Is that okay?
Got it. As a tiefling warlock, Maddie's character will have access to a whole new set of abilities and options. If she's looking for a patron that fits the Western theme, we could explore something like the Fiend, a powerful and fiery patron, perhaps an infernal entity connected to vengeance, fire, or the harsh desert landscapes. The Great Old One, a mysterious and cosmic entity, potentially tied to dark, forbidden knowledge from the wilderness, or even some unknown, supernatural force lurking in the uncharted parts of the West. The Hexblade, a patron that grants power over weapons and combat, ideal for a warlock with a darker, mercenary-style background, which could fit perfectly with a Western gunslinger or sharpshooter vibe. The Undying, a patron who grants powers over life and death, fitting for a character who's perhaps an old, forgotten soul or one with a dark past, such as someone who has returned from the grave with powers tied to vengeance or survival.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the ones that kind of are tied to vengeance because I kind of want my motives being out there to be dubious. Like, you know, like it's like, why? Okay, I've got railroad. It's like, look at all these drawings that I've drawn. It's like, but why are you like eldritch blasting stuff and like looking for... Yeah, I want to be on a vengeance quest, and so I'm going to go with the Fiend, or the last one, what was the name of it?
The Undying, a patron who grants powers over life and death, fitting for a character who's perhaps an old, forgotten soul, or one with a dark past.
I like that. That's what we're gonna do.
The Undying?
You're a little too excited about this vengeance quest.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Yes! There will be a mild to moderate reckoning.
Nice. Or at least an opportunity for one.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we can have you think about that for a bit. I think that answered your question so far. So let's go for there. And then John, let's go to you. What are your thoughts?
Sean, I'm thinking that I should be a human because I am comfortable with that.
Okay. That's fair.
We dig.
And
I thought you mentioned that you wanted to play like a skunk type race.
I could do that. We have to speak French or
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew?
Pepe Le Pew.
We can ask. Let's ask Alex. What do you think about? What do you want to let Alex have? You're okay with? You want to be human, but you want Alex to have a little more freedom on like a class.
So
for
I
you, or what are you thinking?
I actually used ChatGPT earlier today, and I was just like, "What's some cool characters?" And one was a half human, half coyote.
Or as
A coyote would be pretty cool
That would be
for
sweet.
a rogue type.
That's awesome. That's so fire. ChatGPT don't miss, man.
No.
Actually, it does miss all the time.
It does miss sometimes.
Most of the time.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Alex to come up with some different race ideas for you, and I'm going to include your previous one of the half coyote, like as an example, and see if he can give us a couple others that maybe we haven't thought about, and then we can pick.
Add the half skunk too. Just
His just farts are just off the charts. Like,
Oh, when I have dairy,
yeah.
it's over.
You dye your blacks or your white black or whatever, so it's no one can tell you're a skunk.
I got struck by lightning or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Alex has. Okay, Alex did not. Oh wait, there it is. This is a long list, so
Tighten it up, Alex.
The what?
So tighten it up, Alex.
I'm gonna say okay. We're gonna have Alex just give me the high level list here,
Don't be that creative.
and then I'll give you. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Ready?
Here's a high-level list of Western-themed races. Koyakin, half coyote. Skunkfolk, half skunk. Bighorn, half ram. Rattlespike, half rattlesnake. Peregrino, half falcon. Longhorn, half bull.
What? The Peregrino sounds like a dish or a cheese or something. All right, so Alex actually came up with not only like these races, but also has got like special abilities for each of them. So if you want to pick one, and then we'll have Alex kind of tell us what the special abilities will be. Coyote, skunk, ram, rattlesnake, falcon, or bull?
I think I have to go skunk.
Half skunk. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's read the full description here for the half skunk then here.
Which half?
That's
very important.
I don't think it's like a centaur thing where you have a human top and a skunk bottom.
I'm missing the tail part.
Yeah,
human backside.
That would be
but
so scary looking. Like,
and small.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like thinking there's.
What if I'm huge though? What if I'm like human big?
Right.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Skunkfolk, half skunk. Description: these half-skunk humanoids are often underestimated because of their scent, but they are fiercely protective and surprisingly charming. They are often lone wanderers or live in close-knit communities. Known for their defensive abilities and unpredictable temper, they are a force to be reckoned with. Abilities: stench aura, once per long rest, can emit a noxious cloud from their body, forcing creatures within 10 feet to make a constitution saving throw or be poisoned
What
for
if it's
1
a good
minute.
smell though?
Pheromone charm, advantage on charisma,
there it is.
persuasion,
This is a
checks,
family
but
show.
only with creatures that haven't yet been affected by the stench. Survivalist, proficiency in stealth and survival.
So it does, yeah. So we've got the stinky stench aura that will,
Or the pheromones.
and we got the pheromones, but it only works with creatures who haven't been affected by it.
So if anybody ever
the stench.
smells your true musk, the pheromones don't work anymore.
So I have like 2 stink sacks, and I have to choose which one I use.
Yeah, you have a one that's constantly on that's good,
Okay.
and then a bad one that ruins it for everyone.
I could make a mistake too.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Yeah,
The wrong one at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I hear you. That's actually kind of cool. I like
that a lot.
I like the idea of having this like aura of like charisma, persuasion, checks, advantages. But once you stank one up, they never again will be charmed by you. Fool me once. All right. No, that's great. Okay. Other thoughts or things that you're thinking about? We've got a race for you then.
Daggone, what do you think?
Did you pick a class yet?
No.
Let's get them a class and a name. Two very important things.
That's right. Okay, let's go here. Class. Let's do class first, and then we'll do the names. Just kidding. When I get the 2 questions together, it makes it a little bit long.
Is that you? The picture you just posted?
I just got it from ChatGPT. Yeah.
Daggone.
All right, here we go.
Very scary.
Great choice with skunkfolk. For a class, considering the Wild West vibe and the unique qualities of the skunkfolk, here are a few options that could work well. 1. Ranger. A great choice for someone who's used to the wild and knows how to survive. With the skunkfolk's natural stealth and survival skills, a ranger would fit well as a bounty hunter, tracker, or someone in tune with the land. 2. Rogue. The skunkfolk's ability to be sneaky and use their stench strategically could pair well with a rogue. They could be a master of deception, thievery, or stealth combat, perfect for someone working in the shadows. 3. Fighter. A no-nonsense class that would fit a character who's tough, gritty, and ready for combat. The skunkfolk's defensive capabilities and intimidation could shine in a fighter, especially one who specializes in close combat. 4. Barbarian. The skunkfolk's temper and defensive nature could make for a powerful barbarian. Think of a character who's able to fly into a rage, using their wild, primal instincts to dominate in combat, while also having a bit of a wild and unpredictable edge.
And it can talk to
5.
animals.
Warlock, the Fiend. If John's character wants to embrace the darker side of the Wild West, a warlock could work. The Fiend patron would tie well with the character's rough nature and potential background as someone dealing with infernal forces in the West.
What does our group need?
We need like something more physical because I'm a warlock, so we need like a martial class, like fighter, barbarian, monk,
Ranger. Maybe.
ranger.
Should go
Rogue.
barbarian.
Was Rogue on that list?
I feel
Yeah,
like
Rogue was the number 2.
Yeah.
So
I
Ranger,
think Rogue would be the best
Rogue
version.
would be
Ranger, Rogue,
sweet.
Fighter, Barbarian, Warlock.
So be more sneaky.
Yeah.
You can be, but you don't have to be sneaky necessarily, especially with that sharpshooter trait we got earlier.
So rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogues are pretty cool. A thief.
not very many hit points amongst this gang here.
That's all right.
It's fine.
Awesome. Okay, great. And then I think we didn't go around and name everyone yet, but we're going to come up with some names for you, and then we'll go around and name everyone else, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay.
Pepe Le Pew Pew.
I've got a question.
Before names?
Well, it includes the names.
All right, let's get to you in a second here.
Okay. But I think I need like an old-timey old man's name.
Definitely.
Byron Johnson.
Byron?
Doug Crow here.
All right, here we go. Here's some names for you, some name options.
Here are 5 moderately funny yet fitting names for John's skunkfolk rogue character. Milo Slicktail Hawk, Jasper Stenford, Rex Whispers Blackwood,
Hilarious.
Harvey Skid Calloway,
Steve
Skid.
Johnson.
Dexter Flicker Kinley.
What?
Okay. Milo Slicktail Hawk. Jasper Stenford. I don't know what's...
Yes, that was my favorite one because it's just like, that's
Josh
like a name.
Smith.
Like,
Rex Whispers Blackwood.
it's like, I don't want to know about your hobbies.
Yeah, you know. Harvey Skid
That's my favorite.
Calloway. Harvey Calloway,
Why not
a.k.a.
just Skid? I like Skid.
You could go by Skid. I
Yeah,
mean,
Skid
Skid's
rules.
a good name. Skid.
I like Skid.
And then the last one that we didn't hear was
Skid Marks.
Dexter Flicker Kinley. Yeah. So do you want to just go? Do you want to use the full name, Harvey Skid Calloway, or do you just want to go by Skid?
Could be like Skid the something. Skid the.
Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Skid the Kid. Skid the Scalper.
All right.
Skibbity Toilet.
Skid.
Get out.
Skiddity.
No.
No. All right.
We do not abide that on this
We
podcast.
said kid appropriate, not memes. Okay. Here we go. Here's some options.
Great choice. Here are a few options for completing Skid the Quick, Skid the Silent, Skid the Shadow, Skid the Sneak, Skid the Slick.
Skid the Slick. I don't know.
I mean, that's what happens.
It's ChatGPT. It's Alex. Sometimes Alex hits and sometimes he misses.
What do you think?
I mean, if you leave the bathroom slick, you're just gonna be
Skid the
scared.
Slick.
Skid
All right.
the Slick.
All right.
Love it.
Here's some. I'm gonna ask for maybe some different ones that might be a little better. Last option, then we'll go to Jason.
Okay.
Skid the Slip Up, Skid the Stink, Skid the Slink, Skid the Scoundrel, Skid the Scrapper.
Yeah, I don't know. There's none of those are much better.
Stanky Skid.
You don't have to use any
I
of
think
them.
just Skid is great. Skid's
Just
a great.
Skid.
Skid's a
It's
great
like
name.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Skid. All right. Cool.
All right,
Skid.
Skid it is. All right, Jason.
All right. So I want an old timey name, and I also feel like I'm an outcast in this community. So I got to put a quick note in my question here because I deleted it. Let me write it real quick again. Hold on a second.
Are you
wanna say short answers,
just generating
no.
these in
On my
ChatGPT, yeah.
Are you saying that wrong on purpose?
What did I say?
You say Chat GTP or something.
Oh, what am I saying? Am I saying it wrong? Short answer, no. I just want one option. Okay, so I am looking for a cool like old timey name, and then I also feel like I'm an outcast from this town. So I want to know like why I'm not accepted. Why am I kind of always in a bad mood? What kind of sets me off? That kind of stuff. So. But not a bunch of options. Just one straight answer. We're going with whatever he gives me.
All right, let's see if this goes here.
Smells just like he tastes. I don't know. What
Jason's character
Dirt.
could be named Grumble Not Stone Vein. He doesn't fit in because he's constantly seen as too obsessive and single-minded, focusing on his mining and tinkering while ignoring town traditions and social norms. He's always in a bad mood because he feels like his work goes unappreciated, and he's haunted by a past failure where a dangerous experiment caused harm to the town.
All right. He needs to have an old timey Western name, not like some
gnome
cartoony-
name. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
This is a serious D&D podcast.
like Jasper or something,
or like
or Methuselah,
Steve.
or Steve.
Let's see here.
So all that we said about the first one we're going with, just cut that out. Cut that part out.
I mean, come on,
just
come on.
kidding.
What was he like? Grumble gnome? Like,
Yeah, it's like racist name, ChatGPT.
You want more of a human.
yeah. I just want to.
All right, let's see what he said this time. See if we did a better job.
How about Thaddeus Thad Grimble? It has a more realistic, old-time feel.
All right, just Thaddeus.
Thad doesn't fit in because he's overly focused
Goes
on his
by Thad.
inventions and
like just
experiments.
Grumble?
You want just Thad?
Yeah,
Thaddeus.
It's impossible for
His name's
ChatGPT.
Thaddeus, and he'll go by Thad. That works great.
It's impossible for ChatGPT to name a gnome anything but Grimble something. Apparently.
Grumble Rock Sniffer.
Thad. Okay, great. You got to name Thad. What else? Is there anything else you wanted to cover or no?
No, it sounds like I was involved in some sort of town.
Or did you want him to finish his sentence there?
Yeah, let's see what.
I'll have him just start from the beginning.
Oh my
gosh, you're a furry.
How about Thaddeus Thad Grimble? It has a more realistic, old-time feel. Thad doesn't fit in because he's overly focused on his inventions and experiments, often disregarding social interactions, which makes the town view him as distant and eccentric. His bad mood stems from a personal loss he suffered years ago when a failed prospecting venture left him financially ruined, making him bitter and reclusive.
Perfect. That's all the motivation I need.
Bitter and reclusive. All right.
Bitter, reclusive.
What else?
I can tell I'm not going to like Johnny's character at all.
He's a very attractive
kid.
It looks
Very
like he has not showered in about 3 years.
I know, but he's looking pretty good, actually.
You'll see him downtown in any major city. They have a con.
They have a con that gets together. Lots of people dressed up as animals. All right. Anything else, Jason, for now?
No, that's great.
All right.
Your fat fold that's like coming over that the shield on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
You have like random fat folds on your arm.
Yeah, fat wrinkles. Maddie, what do you got?
All right. I would like a very businessy business name that everyone knows me by, and then what's my real name. And then I would like to also know about the vengeance quest that my patron has me on.
All right. Let's hear what you got, Alex.
For Maddie's character, how about the business name Evelyn Nightshade for a more formal tone, and her real name could be Rhiannon Frost.
Men's
It
name,
blends
please.
the formal and personal sides, with Rhiannon being her true name known only to those closest to her. As for her patron's vengeance quest, the Undying is seeking revenge against an ancient enemy who betrayed them centuries ago, causing their near demise. The patron's goal is to bring about the downfall of this enemy, who now holds a position of great power, but the quest is both dangerous and consuming. They've made a pact with Rhiannon, offering her their power in exchange for her help in fulfilling this ancient revenge.
I want a man's name because I have to be a woman in real life.
Okay. Scratch that all.
Yeah.
Give Maddie a man's name. She's going to play a man. We're going to go male for this. But did you like the Patreon's like motives, or do we? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one?
Let's hear some more, and then yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can push it just a little bit more here. All right. Here we go.
Maddie's character could be named Cole Donovan. It has the rugged, strong feel of a Western character. As for the patron's motive, the Undying is seeking revenge on a corrupt land baron who wronged them by stealing their land, leaving them to die in the harsh wilderness. This baron now controls a major stretch of the railroad that runs through the region. The patron seeks to use Cole to help sabotage the baron's operations, weakening his hold on the land, and eventually bringing him to justice. This quest ties directly to the themes of betrayal and survival in the unforgiving West.
Yeah, I had to ask Alex. I just make it push it just a little bit farther to be more Westerny themed.
Yeah, I love that.
I like Cole Donovan.
Donovan too, and so and that's my fake name. What's his actual name?
Oh yes,
his name from hell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So Cole Donovan is the fake name. Okay, and you're saying that you want to?
Yeah. What is my infernal name?
All right, let's see what we got here.
Taserface.
Yes, that actually no need anymore. That rules.
Okay. All right, let's see what this is.
For the infernal name, how about Azrakal the Silent Blaze? It has a dark,
it sounds like
infernal
one of the
ring to
Jellicle
it, fitting
cats.
for a Western-themed warlock with a powerful and vengeful patron.
Boo, Alex, you can do better than that. You know what? I'm gonna have him give us some options.
Yeah.
Dig in,
we don't like
AI.
those. We don't like any of those.
Just go straight Taserface.
Yeah, that rules. Why do they call you Taserface? Eldritch Blast. Then he just opens his mouth.
All right, let's see. Okay, these are.
Yeah, no, not a title. I want like a name.
Yeah, these are not like Taserface, but they're very infernally.
Okay.
Ready? Yeah.
Okay.
OT it. Here are 5 new infernal names that might fit better. Belker Vilebrand, Zyrith Darkfang, Malithar Bloodthorn, Varric Azathir, Koroth Vexer.
But they're very infernal.
I like Varric Azathir.
Varric Azathir. All right. I'll put that in the chat. You can see that.
And I want there to be a consequence if somebody finds out my real name.
Oh. You want to Rumpelstiltskin it up?
Yeah, I want something. I want to be like, yeah, I'm from hell. Like, I'm here.
This is therapy for you right now.
Indeed, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's what D&D is. Welcome to D&D.
We're working through something right now.
Welcome to D&D, my friend. And I mean,
All right.
If someone discovers Maddie's character's true infernal name, Malithar Bloodthorn, there could be severe consequences tied to their patron's wrath.
That's fine. Ignore
that's
that.
fine.
The consequence might be Malithar's curse. The patron places a bloodbound mark on anyone who learns the true name, marking them for death or damnation. Over time, this mark draws the attention of powerful infernal agents or bounty hunters, leading to attempts on the person's life or a slow, agonizing decline in their health and luck. This curse cannot be easily removed, and the more people who know the name, the more powerful the consequence becomes, eventually drawing the full fury of Azrakul's enemies down upon them.
Okay, so Alex didn't remember the name.
And he called me 3 different ones. Like we went to Azrakul. So I'm confused. Is it I'm marked or is it the person who finds out my name?
I like if people know your true name. That's an issue.
Yeah, like because I want there to be like a problem either for me or to be able to maybe use it as a weapon.
Yeah, and this one, it seemed like it was a problem for them.
Yeah, which I don't really love because then I could just be like, yo, name's Varric. Screw you.
All right, let's see what Alex called. Well, let's see if it did a better job.
If someone finds out Varric Azathar's true name, the consequence could be the wrath of Azrakul. The patron punishes Varric for the breach of secrecy by sending an infernal mark that causes a gradual, painful transformation. Varric begins to slowly lose control of their own body, with moments where they might unintentionally act on the patron's commands or slip into a violent, unholy rage. This curse also weakens Varric's connection to the material world, causing hallucinations, nightmares, and even visions of Azrakul's vengeance. The longer the secret is exposed, the more powerful and destructive the consequences become, with the eventual risk of fully succumbing to the infernal influence.
Okay.
Could they become your slave?
Or like sounds like I become theirs.
Yeah, this is yours. Oh, yeah. This is yours.
And then I also like though it sounds like I have then a timetable that I can kill this person or like to stop it. Maybe is that what it sounds like? Is that the impression that you guys got?
Day. Yeah.
It
also sounds like we're the bad guys.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I'm here to kill a businessman who's like exploiting the town. I'm a good guy, guys.
Yeah, good guy. All right, cool.
How many good guys have evil names that you can't say?
Who says it's evil, man? It's just from hell. Hell.
All right. So I think we've got characters for everybody. We've got names for everybody. I think we've got some sort of background. I think we got you. Did we get you a background?
Should we dig in a little more?
I don't know. Did we get Skid's background? I don't think we got Skid's background.
I think we need a background for Skid.
Card shark and horse whispering background.
Yeah. And why are the corrupt lawmen after me?
Oh, that's right. We need.
Notice how the lawmen are corrupt. If they're after me, they got to be the bad guys.
They know the law. It's easier to break when you know it. You can't just show up and start breaking laws.
Right.
Got to get away with it.
All right. Let's find out. Let's find out Skid's background here. All right. And then after that, we'll tie everyone together.
Skid's background. Skid grew up on the rough edges of society, learning to hustle and survive through quick thinking, sharp cards, and his ability to talk his way out of trouble. He spent years in the lawless frontier towns, running small-time schemes and swindles. His skills as a card shark and master of deception earned him a reputation, but also plenty of enemies. Why corrupt lawmen are after him, Skid crossed paths with a group of corrupt lawmen while trying to swindle a wealthy merchant. The lawmen, who were in on the merchant's scheme, didn't take kindly to being double-crossed. To cover their tracks, they framed Skid for a crime he didn't commit, branding him as a fugitive. Now, they're hunting him down, both to silence him and to ensure he doesn't expose their dirty dealings.
Oh. I was just thinking about this, like, as he's talking about is him being like a card shark or whatever, and I'm just like, what a skill to be able to get advantage on persuasion checks just by being in the presence of somebody when playing cards. Yeah. Like your bluffs, everything.
Oh, yeah.
You won so much money playing poker. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your background. What do you think about that, John?
Yeah, that could work. I'm never down on my luck because I got good card skills.
And you smell
so good.
So
until
good.
I don't.
Until you don't. Which is true for all of us.
What happens
you won't like him when he's angry or has had Mexican food.
So when I do get stinky, what happens? Do I get hurt?
No, you don't.
You just poison the people around you.
Yeah, they get debuffs essentially. So now we're going to find out how everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
How they know each other. Cole Donovan, Skid, and Thad crossed paths while trying to work the same railroad deal, with each looking to get a piece of the action for their own reasons. They've tangled in the same circles of questionable business and dealt with similar shady characters. What brings them together? A job gone wrong has forced them into a temporary alliance. All three have something to gain from taking down a mutual enemy, either for revenge, profit, or personal reasons. How they feel about each other. They don't trust each other fully. Skid sees Cole as a dangerous wild card. Thad finds Skid untrustworthy and annoying, and Cole views both of them as pawns to use for his greater goals. They keep a wary distance, but know they need each other for the time being.
Sounds like real life.
This is the first smart character I've ever playing, and I don't know what to do about it.
This is great. I like that I can't stand either of you guys.
Yeah. It'll be new. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, grumpy man.
Yeah. I think my character is going to have a goal of killing both of you at the end of this season.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Try it.
So what I've got here, what we've got, okay, so we've got the three characters with slightly varying backgrounds and slightly different motives that are somehow coming together on a railroad deal.
Right.
And that is going to be the premise of what the one shot that we're going to be doing is. Now, do we know what that is now? No.
No, we don't know.
But I'm going to go and I'm going to take this stuff and I'm going to build with the characters that we have and the backgrounds that we have. I'm going to create a story. But I think what we can do is I think I'm going to name this season anyways and see if it's going to take it where it might take us into an interesting direction.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go.
Sure. How about naming the season Adventure AI Blood and Dust?
Oh, nice.
It captures the gritty, unforgiving nature of the Western setting, with blood hinting at the vengeance, betrayal, and shady dealings at play, while dust ties into the desolate landscapes and dusty towns where the characters navigate their survival. It feels like a season full of tension and danger.
So Maddie's
that is already the Adventure Zone already did it.
Oh,
so.
they did it?
Yeah.
Let's not do blood and dust.
Okay, no, by another podcast.
How about
you dirt.
dust and blood?
Yes.
Dusty blood.
Bring in some of that sweet McElroy money.
I wonder if maybe that's where Alex took it from.
I bet it is.
Vast knowledge of the internet.
Jeez.
Good thing ChatGPT doesn't know. I woke up earlier than it on the internet.
If it wasn't for you, Maddie, actually, probably all of us would not have known. We would have called. All right, let's see. Is option number 2.
How about Adventure AI Outlaws and Shadows? It evokes the lawless, morally gray world of the Western setting, with outlaws representing the rogue nature of the characters and their actions, while Shadows hints at the dark pasts, hidden motives, and the looming threats they face. It sets the tone for a season filled with tension, mystery, and survival.
I just like going by Outlaws.
Yeah.
Like Adventure IC13 Outlaws.
Okay.
Outlaws is great.
Yeah, I'm getting some other options here, and Alex is like the Iron Reckoning.
No, it's
Iron
only a
Reckoning's
medium
not-
reckoning, guys.
Wait,
Or
how
just a
about this
small
one?
Reckoning.
How about this
The
one?
pickaxe of truth.
Gunsmoke and Glory.
Boo.
No? Okay. Curses and Corruption? No.
I wouldn't mind something about the railroad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this says Blood Trails and Broken Oaths.
Blood Trails rules.
Blood trails.
Just Blood Trails.
How about blood trails and entrails?
What about Blood Rails?
Blood Rails. Yes. Ding, 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 ding.
Blood rails.
That's it. We've
That's
got
a wrap,
it.
y'all.
Season 13. Blood Rails. I like it. See, this is why, ChatGPT
humans
doesn't
get
always have
involved,
it. We
right?
get involved. Yeah. We're not going with your idea, Alex. All right. Any other last things? Questions, comments, concerns, questions?
No, I think we got good stuff. I do think I'm the only one who got a magic item, though.
Oh, that's right. Should we give everyone else one?
I am a magic item.
I think.
Yeah, we do. We do,
yeah.
in fact.
My stink sacks are magic, but I'd like to have something else.
Like a pistol.
I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter.
We should have a magic pistol.
I should have a shooter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A pew pew.
Let's do Maddie first, and then
Can I get a
do one
lightsaber?
for,
A lightsaber.
I want I want it to be around the pocket watch. Like I want to watch because I'm checking the
nice.
time for the train, but I want it to have magical properties and
oh, no.
also be the means by which I communicate with my patron.
I know you like that, but let's see what Alex has real quick here. And then we'll
Okay.
see.
Fine.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Well, it's because I already put something in there.
Oh, sorry.
Before you asked your question, and here, tell me what you think about this.
For Maddie's character, Varric Azathir, how about this magic item? The Spectre's Cuffs. Wondrous item, gloves, rare. These black leather cuffs pulse with faint infernal energy, as though they were forged in the depths of the underworld. When worn, the cuffs grant the wearer the ability to summon a shadowy specter to briefly aid them in combat once per long rest. The specter can distract or harass enemies, imposing disadvantage on an attack roll against the wearer for 1 turn. However, every time the specter is summoned, the wearer must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be cursed, suffering disadvantage on their next attack roll. The curse can only be lifted by an exorcism or a successful dispel magic. This item ties into her infernal connection and gives her a bit of protection at the risk of the patron's wrath.
Thoughts?
Why can't that be a pocket watch and do the
or
same
like,
thing?
why do I have to get a curse for my magic item? Why don't you guys get cursed? That's some BS. This guy's got magic farts and a freaking...
the magic farts, he does get cursed with them.
I guess. I don't know.
It's a give and take.
He's also getting a gun.
But did you like the ability that it did have?
Yeah, summon the shadow.
Did it deal damage?
It didn't say that it.
Yeah, it does. It summons a shadow that aids in combat. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. But I want it in a watch form because I feel like it ties more into the train.
A whip's kind of like...
I'm not getting a whip ever again. No. It's a trash weapon for trash paladins.
I just worried about the watch because like Alex always likes to watch things into time-related functionality and benefits, which we have done enough time-related things in the last few seasons. All right. Now we need a magic item for Skid, right?
Yeah. So I was thinking, I have a gun. Obviously, I'm a shooter, but it could be magic bullets. It could be a really cool gun. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, all right. Let's see. Dang it.
Magic bullets is a fun idea.
Or like the noisy cricket from Men in Black.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got.
The Phantom's revolver. Weapon, pistol, rare. This old, well-worn revolver has a worn ivory handle and intricate engravings of ghostly faces that seem to shift when viewed from different angles.
Cool.
The gun is enchanted to fire phantom rounds, special magical bullets that phase through solid objects and can strike enemies even when they are partially covered or behind cover.
Groovy.
Phantom rounds. Once per day, the revolver can fire a phantom round that ignores half cover and 3/4 cover, allowing the bullet to pass through obstacles and hit its target. The bullet does magical damage, 1d10 force damage, and has the added effect of temporarily weakening the target's resistance to damage for 1 turn. Sharpshooter's focus. Once per short rest, Skid can focus his aim, allowing him to fire with pinpoint accuracy. He can gain advantage on an attack roll with the revolver, but if the shot misses, the Phantom's revolver gains an extra charge and can be used again in the same encounter for a second attempt.
Nice. I like that.
Oh, all right.
That's pretty good.
That's that's a pretty good weapon. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's great. DC 15 is crazy.
Crazy good?
That's useless. No, I'm never using that. That's useless. That's garbage.
How about you can summon it but without the curse? Is that what you're...
No, I'm just mad that the DC's 15. That's insanity on a warlock. It doesn't have any wisdom.
All right.
It's ludicrous.
I'd be angry too.
I know.
Very upset.
Tell us how you really feel.
All right. Let me...
It's a family show, Jason.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna ask Alex. This is what you're gonna get. It's gonna be a pocket watch. It's likely gonna be time related.
Ask it not to be time
There's
related.
no time related. It looks like a watch, but it's not a watch. I mean,
no time related magic.
All right.
And no curses.
I'm fine with anything if it's not a DC 15 on my own stuff.
This one's kind of cool, though. It says once per day as a bonus action, wearer can activate the watch to slow down time. But we don't want that. No, you're not getting that.
What?
I don't know. No time allowed, I guess.
All right. So, Alex, you gave me one that had time. We're not going to do time. We're going to do a different weapon or magic item. Let's go here.
No problem. Here's a new take on the magic pocket watch for Varric Azathir with no time-related magic. The Vengeful Pocket Watch. Wondrous item, pocket watch, rare. This pocket watch has an obsidian casing engraved with infernal symbols. When opened, the watch reveals a blood-red dial that flickers with a faint glow. It channels the power of vengeance and rage from Varric's infernal patron. Blood Oath. Once per day, the wearer can activate the watch to mark an enemy as their target. For the next minute, the wearer gains advantage on attack rolls against the marked target, and any damage dealt to the target is increased by 1d6.
There you go.
Now that's a
The
magic
mark can
item.
only be placed on one enemy at a time.
One at a time,
And once it's used, the mark fades and the ability cannot be used again until the wearer finishes a long rest.
Okay.
Infernal Protection. When the wearer is reduced to half HP or lower, the watch automatically activates to shield them with infernal energy. For the next 3 turns, the wearer has resistance to all damage as the infernal magic wraps around them in a protective aura.
Now that's a magic item.
The wearer takes 1d4 psychic damage as a toll for the magic's use.
Okay, so there's a minor consequence for it. 1d4 psychic damage at the end. Okay, that's not bad. No.
We have struck a bargain, Alex.
Struck a bargain with the
More like I
patron.
demanded and he delivered.
Mama's happy.
Thanks, Alex. All right. I think we've got ourselves a crew.
Nice.
Indeed.
Do we know about voices?
You figure out your voices on your own between now and then. We don't have Alex.
Should be
dictating
skunky and
those, but
sexy,
you can
though.
Do whatever you want. Make it skunky, sexy, and Western.
No, I want you
Or
guys
French.
to, I want the audience to know that we did do these AI pictures of our characters. Jason's and I's like really gritty, and then we've got Disney
We got
Disney
Disney
skunk
Prince.
boy.
skunk boy over here.
A little
It
bit
is
attracted to my
Very
character.
funny. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to leave it at that. And this is going to be the end of our character creation episode for season 13 of Adventure AI, The Blood Rail.